All right, check 1 2, check 1 2. All right, check 1 2, check 1 2. Cool. Just making sure my my voice is being heard and my keys are functioning as per usual. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's stream. It is Thursday, August 21st. What's up, Cindy Sham, Tomboy Squirrel, first time chatter, FreeBite42, what's going on? Hey, your friend has a birthday today? Tell him I said, happy birthday. Hope the next 365 are solid. I wanted to switch things up a little bit today in terms of what I've been working on. I just, yo. Caden, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. It is Thursday. Every day is Thursday for me. Yo, Quentin, what's going on? Clear that storm. Thank you so much for the sub. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. What do you mean Martin is freaky? I meant that very literally. Apparently I still also don't know how hype trains work because I have no idea why I just went off again, but let's go. So, I have a really old project file I thought I'd revisit, because I think there's some potential there. And, I don't know. I thought maybe if I'm enjoying it enough, I'll include it on the album. Not that I need more tracks on that obnoxiously massive project as is, but, I don't know. I'm just gonna start with Clearing Storm, and, we're gonna bounce around a few different projects and see what's going on. Love the neon Haywyre sign. That is courtesy of my dad and my fiance. They kind of conspired to get that for me for my birthday. Yeah. It was a pretty awesome surprise. That's really great gift. But yeah, basically I'll show you guys where the project is at right now. I tried to recover what I could, but unfortunately one of the primary sounds, I'll have to kind of engineer something new for it. It's this kind of like ARP, really intense, like 30-second note, ARP pluck, but generally speaking, the vibe is kind of like this, a bit darker, or at least that's how it kind of starts. Kind of got to redo these Reese's here. I tried to save as much as I could, but there's still a lot of missing pieces. And this is a very old project, so all my routing is very different. I don't think there's any sidechain right now either. Alright, so that's what we're working with currently, but there's supposed to be this lead sitting on top. There's a crazy amount of latency coming from something. I haven't figured out what that is yet. I don't think it's the limiter. Let me check. I'm at 128, so I should have pretty good latency right now, but could be the OTT. No. Sometimes with a look ahead. Ah, there we go. It helped a little bit. But anyways, so let's try to, I think my first step here is gonna try to make a quick little damn, something is going on outside. Or just a car chase or something. Classic Milwaukee. So the idea was, I think one of the things that inspired me to write this was I was having a lot of fun with like double triggering the same MIDI note but with two different keyboards. And this was the project file where I think I kind of discovered that you could do that. And it's cool because then you can have, let's say, like the left hand stays playing the same notes, and then the right hand moves to a new note or something like that. It's kind of like a manual arpeggiator in a way. Or you could even kind of switch the right hand to do a 3-note pattern instead of a 4-note pattern. There's still a crazy amount of latency. Wait. Is there a reduced latency when monitoring? That might help. Yes! Wait, so, okay, that means I've discovered... This is before I discovered the reduced latency when monitoring stuff in Ableton, I guess. So, unfortunately, there's a bit of grunt work I gotta do here at the beginning, because there's no sidechain here. So, I'm gonna try to get that going right now. Oh, I forgot about the yeah, I don't really use returns these days, but maybe I should. I don't know. I'm just going to get the sidechain set up. I'll do sidechain A here. I'm just going to do 2 quick ones here. Or I'll do 2 Pro Cs, and then I'll do a Pro MB after this as well. Yeah, so I think that's synth. We'll see where we can take this project today. Did I finish the song with breakin'? It's getting there. It's getting there. Now we need to just kind of work around the distance a little bit. We're actually super happy with how it's sounding. There's one little piece to the puzzle that's missing at the moment for our collab is we're trying to decide whether we want vocals on it or not. So I think if we found something that was really convincing that fit the song, then like we just haven't been able to come up with anything I think that felt really convincing vocally for the song yet. So I think that's why we're kind of questioning that a little bit. Well, I'm not trying to speak on George's behalf, but that's where my head is at. I think it could work either way, but a vocal might make it a little bit more, I don't know, accessible, I guess. Alright, so we have the dummies. Let's send those to the sidechain. Try to start triggering those. Does it have to be I wonder if I have to like select the track. Okay. All right. Let's try to send something some signals through this. Sorry about the I just kind of got some grunt work to do here, but such is the way. Just gotta click away and... Okay. Wait. Why is my voice going through this now? Am I tripping? Why, no, oh. Maybe this needs to be set to no input. Alright, there we go. Look at me figuring things out. Alright, let's see. I think back then I was still doing sidechain on individual tracks like this. I think the poor man's sidechain. That's how I feel about it these days. But at least we got this set up now. Oh man. Hold on. I gotta get rid of my email again. Can't be leaking sensitive information. Please add vocals. Yeah, I'll definitely think about that. All right, so this patch is gone. It's a goner. Wow, no distortion on this at all. That's crazy. Let's get an EQ here. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how to approach that intro one quite yet, but we're just gonna have to tackle these one by one, I guess. Maybe a tiny bit of a pitch decrease. Wait, what? That's not bad. I don't know why, I just love combs and anything that sounds like a comb filter, so that sounds beautiful. I don't know why, but the first image when I hear that, it makes me think of like a goofy, like a puppy trying to like walk and like stumbling over stuff. All right. That's obviously causing way too much pitch movement. Let's slow this down. We need to work on the actual level of this as well. So let's go into retrig. Reminds you of Synergy. I could see that. I could see that. This is a very old idea. I think I started this in 2017. I haven't ever made anything quite like this though, so since then, so I just figured it could be cool to try to finish it up. Plus, I think it'd be really fun to play out live the ARP stuff. All right, let's see. Why does? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna add this here as well. I still don't really like that this is kind of making it sound like the pitch is moving that much. Also, am I tripping, or why is the reverb not? Call this ARP lead, I guess. Oh, whoops. I accidentally used an elephant. mean, the texture is cool, but I just don't like the detuning it's doing. Hey, beach day art nerd? Hell yeah. I gotta take my fiance out for a beach day soon. She's been requesting that for a while now. And let's be real, I could use a little bit of sun. I'm a pasty boy. I don't know if the lights are showing my pastiness, but we'll send the piano and this guy to Pro MB, and then we'll get a third dummy going. Yo! Blade... Jesus Christ. I try not to swear, but damn, dude. Come on now. Blades Runner gifting another 11 tier 1 subs. I might not sound appreciative right now. My tone is like a little I'm just like, dude, I'm flabbergasted by how many subs you've gifted these last few weeks. It's crazy, man. Thank you so much. So welcome to the 11 new subs. And FC on Gray, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Speechres. Hey, Speechres, what's going on? I was just messing around with Chroma today. Got some first-time chatters here. What is up? We got Kavaklu, what's up? Thanks for joining. And Mantis, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. The flabbers are gasted, indeed. Damn, y'all. That's crazy. I feel like I think I mentioned this before. There needs to be like a whole separate like category of like Twitch role for Blades Runner at this point, because the amount of subs, I don't even know. I could go and count them all, but I'm not gonna do that. But seriously, thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel like I should throw a disclaimer in there that there's zero expectation. I say that all the time. Maybe I'll stop saying that, but seriously, there's no expectation for subs or support or anything like that. So, but either way, it means a lot to me, so thank you. Now, why is... Ah, there we go. All right, sweet. We're getting somewhere. So let's see. That's gonna take some practicing for sure. I swear the latency is slightly different on each keyboard. But that's I like that though. I like writing things that I have to rehearse in order to be able to perform, not being able to get it just on the first try. Okay. So the snare I don't mind that much, but the kick is kind of bugging me. What in the world is going on here? Okay. So, I see. There used to be some EQing and such on here. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, it might be salvageable. let's take a listen to each layer. So that was supposed to be more of a noise layer, I guess. So let's throw a Pro Q on that kick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I might actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna group this, and then I'm just gonna call this OG kick, and we're gonna mute this, and then we're just gonna throw in a new one of some sort. So let's take a look around, see if we can find something else. I'd say it was pretty eye-opening working with George on a track again, because I haven't really made anything that heavy in a while. I was like, damn, dude, I don't really have the... I mean, for those of you producers out there, I feel like you know what it's like when you're in a flow state and you know how to get to the results you're looking for. And I did not feel that way most of the time when we were working on stuff together. But hey, we still ended up with something pretty cool, so gotta trust the process, as the wise people say. All right, well, let's try this guy out. Let's see if this works. Not crazy about that. Let's try this one. It's not perfect either right now, but okay, cool. So the next thing I want to try to work on a bit is these perks. Well, actually, maybe we should keep that on for a moment. It's just the side chain here. Yeah, it is a nice layer to have in there for sure. Let's see, what is sidechaining this though? Drum rack? Okay. Makes sense. Can I bounce this? I can. Don't mind if I do. You can VIP him. I'm just seeing that now. Blades in I'm not even here. What are you talking about? You can't donate dozens of subs and say you're not even here. see. Where is that? Where is... Oh, it's all the way up here. Yo. Playtuner gifted another sub to Hottie Plays Music. That is very kind of you. And, hey, Hottie, what's going on? You have been forced to support me. Maybe the length is a bit much too. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's take a look at this snare real quick with Pro Q. There's a Nugan on here. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Let's see if there's anything we can do to this. What is going on? Hold on. Why does something... Why does it sound swung? Did something happen after I rendered it? I feel like the percussion layer is suddenly out of time. Nope, it's this random hi-hat. What happened? What? I'm confused. Huh. Latency Latency is... well, delay compensation is on. Toggles latency compensation on. When on, live automatically compensates for delays caused by live and plugin instruments and effects, keeping all the tracks in sync. So that's on. Super weird. Because the MIDI is like precise. And soloing, like if you look at the MIDI, it's literally just straight up on the grid. You can even hear it. Like that hi-hat is like really late for no reason. And this literally just started happening. Let's see if we can undo some stuff. Bro, I'm actually flabbergasted once again, but now for bad reasons, because I swear, like every session I have, there's some kind of technical, random new technical issue I'm dealing with. I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't my doing, because delay compensation is exactly what should prevent this from happening. That's crazy. Like it's actually just swung, even though it's perfectly... Huh. All right, y'all. Give me a second here, because I'm gonna try to just like save this as a new project. We're gonna clearing Storm 3. I'm going to see if just quitting Ableton and restarting it does anything, because that seemed really strange to me. I don't think that was supposed to be happening. Nothing like a good old, just a little restart. Blades Runner is still gifting subs to people. You are crazy. Thank you so much for gifting that sub to Kovo. Much appreciated. I know I said this before, but having Breakin' here definitely made me want to have more guests come through. I'm not really exactly in a hub for the music industry wise, but I definitely want to bring in more artists when I can, because that was a really good time. Most of the time it's just me in the studio alone, and that's cool. Damn. All right, it's still happening, so I must have done something. Let's listen to the rest of the song and see if anything else is off. Totally fine. That's interesting. It's basically like everything. It's just the hats. Like, I wonder if we just delete the hats and try to, I don't know. Just try to make new ones. I have no idea what else it could be. So yeah, let's just do that. It would be nice too for the snare to maybe not sidechain the low end from those Reese's as much, but we'll take this one step at a time. Okay, let's get some hi-hats going in here. I think we want something with some grit, potentially, not just like trappy 808 hats. This library has some good like just starter loops to try to get something going. Now let's try this. Might actually need to just build it ourselves. That's okay. Okay. Let's get something that's resembling a little bit more of an open hi-hat. A little bit more of a closed. And we'll just start with those two. I'm curious to see if this issue persists. Yeah, look at that. Perfectly on time. What was going on? That's so crazy. Okay, now... Ooh, some like reversed, like a little bit of a pre-clap could be nice. Let's go check out. I think I want to snag some stuff from the Closey sample pack. She's got some great clap stacks. Sure, let's try this one. It's got a snare in there, but we can probably just EQ the fundamental out and get away with it. Actually, yeah, maybe a longer one could be nice too, every 4. Like that. Bust out the Luger crash maybe, if it's not already in there somewhere. It is not. I probably deleted it along with the hi-hats earlier. Let's take a look. Luger me. Where's my boy Lex when I need him? I actually don't know who Lex Luger is, but yeah, I love this crash. I use it so much. Never really was able to synthesize decent crashes. Mix is still pretty messy, so let's go up to the ARP. Yo, thank you for the follow, Nightman. Appreciate it. Okay, and then this, definitely not that snare, or I mean, clap rather. wanna... There's an old pack that could be good for this. Actually, whoops. Should have put that there. Let's actually try to unquantize it a little bit. Okay, we can try to build that out a little bit. Kind of random little, but yeah, I think this section was what made me want to title it Clearing Storm, just because it feels like after this really turbulent, intense kind of vibe, you get to this, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So, I'm just realizing that the way these groups are organized is so different than how I do it now. I think I want to introduce some atmospheric stuff earlier in the song as well, but let's go through some little stuff to add. Yo, thank you for the follow. Zoot, what's up? Let's get rid of this. We don't really need that at the moment. I think different, maybe let's try to see what a felt sounds like in this. probably tame the bright. Could be cool to duplicate this piano.
We got a new follower.
Yo, thank you for the follow, Fooz's Tunes. Let's just bounce. Well, hold on. Just gonna get rid of that sustain. Yeah. I just want to have a little embellishment to throw in this transition here. Probably something, can add some low ends here. Take a look at that nest pack, see if there's anything that could work. Runner, thanks for gifting a sub to Fooz's Tunes. Thanks for joining the chat for the first time as well. I actually don't really mind it. Maybe we can shape it a little bit more, be a little bit softer. Let's get these sounds to a sidechain as well. That was fine. Yo, Blades Runner, thanks for gifting another sub to Cannot Be Real. Cannot Be Real. Which software? This is Ableton. I think we want to keep developing this after this section here, and then try to maybe incorporate this chord progression into a second drop that's not just on the tonic. I think there's a way to make it work. So let's see. We got that impact from the intro somewhere. Yeah. So let me arm the piano here for a second. Continue that. Something like that. Let's record that, but with a metronome actually. It's pretty close for a second there. There we go. So I don't really know for sure how we're gonna blend these two different vibes, but we'll see. Maybe just for a moment, I'm gonna keep repeating this. Maybe add some strings here. Thank you for the follow. Cannot be real. with that as well. Why not? Cool to create a big stack here. Could even layer it with an omnisphere. Choir probably. But I want to get a double bass in here, get some low end from the strings. So let's switch that to Omni, get double bass ensemble. And let's go to human voices. I should make that one of my channel point redemption sounds or something. Cool sound, but not really what I'm looking for. I just want like a simple... That might work. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and then... Hold on. Mute that Reese for the time being. You know, I'm not really hearing maybe that plucky kind of synth over the second one. I feel like something more sustained would be cool over the second drop, but... Oh, these aren't quantized. There we go. Yo, thank you for the follow. It's just why. I do like these layered in there. Let's record something. I like the voice leading rising. Basically with every iteration of the chords. And then let's all right. That is cool. Lots of stacks on stacks on stacks. You know, actually, what would be cool for this section in particular, let's bust out some of these. Noisy FM. I'm feeling that one. Let's start everything a little bit lower on the cutoff. Considering freezing these temporarily, even though I know I'm gonna work on those a bit more pretty soon here. I don't really know if I'm hearing a particular melody, but I'll just keep jamming on that for a little bit longer. I'm starting to want to hear some drums with this vibe, you know? It's also kind of, it is a little funny, considering how different the vibe of the song is in the beginning, but, okay. There should be, like, another setting to legato where, I don't know how to explain it. Like when I select all and I click legato, it will. Yeah, it doesn't quite do what I want it to do, but that's okay. Let's quantize these. And actually, I'm gonna get rid of the filter and bounce both of these right now. I think that'll help. We're going on tangents today. Could be a good song name. Some low end in here. I think I want anything. Why does that note stop there? I'm not sure why it stops, but we'll just re-trigger it. Welcome back. All right. That reverb is crazy. Let's see if we can just explore this a little bit with I don't know what that stuff is, but mute that for now. Kind of want to explore that vibe with some drums. Where is it? We'll go like right here. Let's simplify the pattern a tiny bit, like this. I don't know, whatever. Let's just throw that in there. And keep it simple there. I think nothing's being sidechained here, so send those all to sidechain A. That's cool. Yo, thank you for the sub, Shados Mellow. Good stuff, much appreciated. I'm trying to think. I kind of want to explore what this might sound like with some rhythmic variations in there. My instinct is to just throw an auto pan on the entire group here, but why don't we duplicate this? Go here. Start with that, and then let's get an auto pan here. Close enough. Where's that reverb blowback? Going back to what era future bass are we in right now? Is this like 2016? I know I'm going on. Listen, the track already has an unusual structure, so I've kind of given up on sticking to anything specific, but we're still gonna make it make sense. Let's get some wait, did I think I accidentally deleted. There we go. I wanted to keep that actually. We're gonna duplicate this batch here. Okay. Actually, we can just take this. Let's kind of compare these two. They actually kind of feel good one after another. Maybe that porta is a little too much. You know what? Maybe it shouldn't be. Let's try something out here. Where's the So let's turn this to reach. Let's add another one of these to the levels, just because I think it could help to shape the... Let's see if that's a helpful layer here. I don't mind it. I don't know. Let's add it. Whatever. Another thing that I thought could be cool. Originally, I was thinking maybe this could be turned into some kind of lead. But alternatively, you could throw an auto pan on this crazy washed out sound. Could be kind of cool. Let's try it out. Maybe the mix turns up slightly as it gets closer to this kind of stutter section. All right, well, that's cool and all, but I don't really know where this is gonna go. I've kind of lost track of what's happening structurally, so. That's the beginning of the song, I guess.
We gotta do follow-up.
Yo, thank you for the follow, Primal Rights. Where's that delay at? Actually, I'm going to do an echo here. Okay, these, I think I'm trying to get rid of the transients and all these hits because it's a little bit, it's a little bit much. I think that I don't really have a great transient shaper. I mean, I have a few installed, but I'm not a fan of any of them really. Yeah. This one's kind of... I gotta fix these, this clap situation here. I'm gonna reduce the low end a tiny bit. Probably turn this down a tiny bit. And make a new group for all these hats. I think I'm just gonna scoop out whatever low end stuff could sneak through. Okay, that's better, I think. Okay, let's go back to that closey kit. Where is it? Where is it at? Man, I can't wait to do a clean wipe. Start fresh on my computer. Once you free your mind of music, you can start bashing rocks instead. Yeah. I've never achieved that level of enlightenment. Okay, let's find some more little... Yeah, let's actually, hold on, let's put this one over here for a sec. Yeah, that one's nice. Okay, let's copy that pattern over. What is this? That's like the worst Tom Phil I've heard in a while. That's going in the bin. And try to find that where's that one? I think we want to try to scoop some of the lows. It is a bit chaotic, but I think we can keep working on fine-tuning this. What about an octave higher? I was just thinking about adding a little extra layer in there. Kind of doesn't sound that bad. Let's do free. There we go, like this. Kind of curious. It's nice in a way that these are all printed because wonder I'm curious what this sounds like reversed. It's kind of cool. We could try to low pass that and lead into that that next downbeat. I'll probably redo these, question mark. What time we got? 250. I'm kind of enjoying working on this. I'm going to keep working on it a bit longer. Because I want to see how I can tie all this together. Yeah, we want the beat to stop there. So let's go to the drums. Big crash. Where's that sidechain being triggered from? Huh? Oh, that's imprinted in the audio. That's kind of a mess up on my part. All right, this is then where the vibe switch begins, I guess. You have the drum stop there again, I think. Let's just do a downbeat hit. I think I might change the riff. Kind of like that a little bit better. Let me try to record this variation. Wait, I'm gonna need that metronome. Last one I think is good enough. Maybe a little too high velocity. What's up, Delansky? We're ascending, chat. We're ascending. Let's get some hi-hats and some claps in this. let's just use this empty MIDI and throw in a clap. Let's see. I'll just throw a search in the samples. I like that one. Clap's a little too loud. Let's get that lead going again. Thank you for the follow, Tech Bombana. Let's see how we can progress this into a section with drums. Question is, do we try to bring it back around to the kind of this and the first drop vibe, or do we just end it on this more euphoric note? Kind of a weird structure for a song, but I almost kind of want to end it like that. Maybe not exactly here, but I'm just saying, like, I think I want to end it on the more like uplifting tone. It is kind of cool, I think, from a listener's perspective, like to go from this like really kind of like dark or aggressive tone to something that's a bit more upbeat. Could be cool if we try to add some elements that are maybe a more maybe more emblematic of Like hip hop. Wait, is that the right word? What does emblematic mean? I'm gonna Google this. BKPTP, what's up? First time chatter. Thanks for tuning in. You mix them if you can. Yeah, we'll see. Symbolic. Okay, not really what I was thinking that word meant. Characteristic. That's probably what I was looking for. We out here learning English. Actually, I was an English language learner. I think maybe it's called something else now, but when I moved from Austria to the US, I was in ELL. That was an interesting experience. And look at me now. Nobody would ever know that I was an English language learner. I mean, aren't we all English language learners? We're always learning. Let's see. Gotta tune that down. I'm just trying to throw in some like kind of vinyl crackle weird samples. Let's reverse this. Ooh, I like that. That's a nice. Happens to be in key too, which is nice. So let's try it like. I don't mind it like that. Try chroma on these samples? Yeah, I could try it. send the MIDI to 43. That's kind of nice. Hopefully this doesn't destroy my CPU. Oh. Let's try it out. In the mix. That synth is so cool. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. Let's add it in. In tune with the track, but it does add another nice little resonant flavor. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Alright, then here the ascension begins. Let's record that. I'm not like opposed to sticking more with the sustained stuff. I mean, I don't mind the idea of doing this, but I don't really know if it's gonna fit in if it's necessary in the song. I'm kind of enjoying the vibe of just all the sustained, washed out craziness. I feel like that could be a cool ending. Just ending it like that. I also like the idea of throwing in a beat repeat. Somewhere around. Let's go like.
We got a new follower.
Yo, thank you for the follow, Ginfinite Cosmos. Time to put lyrics on? We'll see. Okay, this is unrelated, but I really love the sound of this one little sample here, and I wanted to. I heard it and I was like, oh, I want to try to make something different out of this later. I feel like you can make some really sick, housey type thing with this. I'm gonna cut this, and save this version of Clearing Storm. Here, let's listen through it once, see where we're at, and then I want to just like mess around with this sample a little bit in a new project file, if you guys are cool with that. But no, I can't perform this yet. I think I need to practice it more. I was just gonna say I could try to perform the. Yeah, I need some time to. But yeah, let's listen to it. Whatever. I don't have to perform it. We could add some sounds from elsewhere in the track, in the intro. Could be nice. It's very empty right now. Some flats and offbeats would be nice too. Wait. Some stuff is going on. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be low passed. There's also some. Oh, the Lex Luger thing. I don't want to vocode that. So let's put that in a separate area here. I'm still gonna cut out any lows and mids. Yeah. Okay, that's better. want these to be much more washed out by this point as well. Maybe we filter it a tiny bit. Could be cool to filter it a tiny bit, right? Oh wow, okay. Those have been held this entire time, I guess, these chords. Good ol' sustained pedal. Good ol' sustained pedal. Automation. Hiya. Alright, that's gone. Cool. Well, I actually am not pissed about this progression. I never really knew what to do with the track after the piano came in the middle there, so I don't really mind this direction. Taking it somewhere even more euphoric, and I feel like it kind of goes with the whole Clearing Storm theme, so cool. Let's take this little sample and do some fun stuff with it. Let's cut this. And I'll stream at least for another hour, or yeah, I'll probably end around 4, so I got time to mess around a little bit here. Let's throw it here. Where'd the sample go? There it is. Might be kind of cool to get it in a sampler. Instruments. could be cool to get a macro on here that just washes this out. Oh, I thought I changed my template to a limiter instead, but let's get this on the mix. Map that one, and we'll map this one. And then let's get rid of these little there we go. Could be a little faster, maybe. Let's get like a little A/B type thing going here. Let's maybe the offbeat. Yeah, let's start with that. Okay. And where are those at? Okay. All right. I want to map this macro to something that I can. Yeah. It's kind of fun. Let's record the automation and give it a shot. Okay, we got a little A/B thing going here. Where are my sunglasses at? Okay, let's loop this for a second and get a little oh, this is like not tuned to 440. Detune sense. Yeah, okay. We might. Why is that not doing anything? Shouldn't that be... Maybe I have to detune it somewhere else. MIDI, modulation, pitch. There we go. This should do it. I am tripping out. Let me do this with the piano. I'm going crazy. Hold on. What am I doing right now? Hold on. Okay. I think that's about right. So we're A flat. Yeah. A little bit of low end.